we're gonna open up Edison. Not there, but in our mixer. So let's open it up in channel 2, Edison. So what you can do with it, there's a lot you can do with it. Drinking some cinnamon coffee in the morning. Wow, so good. Really recommend it. But let's get back to the music production. Edison, yeah. So what Edison is, it is the native audio editor on FL Studio. It is really cool. You can do a lot of stuff with it, but I'm gonna show you the basic things that I use it for when I'm making my music or designing my sounds or whatever I'm doing. We're gonna take something from okay, let's take this effect from our new upcoming pack. We're gonna release it this before Christmas, so stay tuned for that. But what you can do is right click and tools, so you got all of these options what to do. You can put an amp on it or normalize it or reverse its polarity or all the stuff you really pretty much can do other ways in FL Studio, but you got them all here. What I usually use is equalize. Oh, sorry, I got a message. I use equalize, I use cleanup, I use tune loop, I use amp, and convolution reverb. Those are pretty much what I use when I'm using Edison. So convolution reverb, this is a pretty cool one. You click on this and you open this up and you can see that you got this impulse here. And the impulse is pretty much the reverb you're gonna get. So this is the tail of the reverb. Pretty cool, eh? And I think, yeah, you can open up, click here, open up something new, church. And that's a new reverb, and this is pretty much like you can take samples and put them in, throw a reverb on it, reverse it, and put it before you drop, and it's gonna be like, and it's gonna be the same sound as the real effect that is coming up when the drop hits, for example. So let's move on to the equalizer, which is really useful. You're gonna get this kind of window when you open it up, and you always got your preview. And what you can do is pretty much like click here, there, and you can use this as an equalizer. Like here's the 500 hertz, 1000, 2000. If we cut here, you only get these high frequencies here. And what you can do with this is like take reference track and you can like extract kicks or snares or whatever sounds you really like to extract. Sometimes it doesn't work, but sometimes it does work really well, and you can play around with that, like listen to the low frequencies of a song and then the high and then the mid and compare it to your song and do all sorts of things. Like, yeah, you got an equalizer in Edison. Really cool. Amp, you pretty much probably know what an amp is. So if I put these like bam, 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 it's gonna amp the fuck out of it. Yeah, it's almost a square wave now. We're not gonna do that. But yeah, that's an amp. And center. Oh, it puts the waveform into the center. That's pretty cool, I guess, if you want to clean up sounds or make them sound cleaner. Denoise, this is really cool one. So you open it up, you click here. I don't know why it goes away, but you gotta click it again. So denoise, and now it has this equalization it has like calculated from its own things. I don't know how it does it, but it like tries to get rid of the noise behind the sound, and it's really cool when you got like this sampled like let's say sampled clap, and there's some pads or something going on in the background and you can't get them properly with the EQ. You can always try to denoise it and it works pretty fucking well. Really recommend it. Okay, what do we have next? Blur. Yeah, blur is cool. I do use it. As you can see, you get the impulse. You can put it in the middle and get something like that, or you can put it. Oh, let's put more amount so you can really see. Like, yeah, this is it when you put it in the middle. And fuck, Control Z. Why isn't it working? Oh, now. And you can change up the impulse like this. It's gonna do a bit different one. Yeah, you can see like it pretty much like this is the time of your life. No, like this. If you put it the fucking big thing here, it's gonna go like, or like this, it's gonna go like something like that. It doesn't really work as perfectly as that, but blurring, if you want to put some, if you got some rumbly or some shitty white noise and you want to make it more smooth, you can always put it through this blur and EQ it a bit so you can get a better sounding white noise. What else? What else do we have? Time stretch 2 loop. It's really good if you got this like short loop that doesn't loop well. You can just throw it in and tune your loop. And yeah, it doesn't really tune this because it's not in any key, but it tunes your loop so that when you play it, here's that you can change the length. And oh, you can do this too, which is cool. I never used this before. You learn something new every day. The world is a beautiful place. Okay. And that's pretty much what you can do with Edison. So there's a lot you can do. There's a lot more that you can do, but we didn't go into that. Maybe we're going to do that in some later videos. But I'm going to go now. As always, keep on producing. DearandProduceBro.com. Peace.